They'll probably hang you, buddy.
You coming, buddy?
Rockstar's critically acclaimed Red Dead Redemption 2 released on October 26th of 2018. Within just 12 days, not even 2 full weeks, the game sold a staggering 17 million copies. That's more copies sold than the original Red Dead Redemption total sales in its first 8 years of release. This dramatically exceeded Take-Two Interactive's sales expectations, generating about $725 million during the game's first 3 days of release. As of now, in February 2019, Red Dead Redemption 2 has shipped over 23 million copies. This game was nominated for a ton of awards and won several of them, including 2018's Golden Joystick Award, Critics' Choice, 2018 Game Awards, Best Audio Design, Best Narrative, Best Performance to Roger Clark for the role of Arthur Morgan, and even the award for Best Music Score. Even though Fortnite was able to win Game of the Year here in the States, at the Australian Game Awards of 2018, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out as the victor for Game of the Year. Now, aside from all of these amazing accomplishments and accolades, why is this game all of a sudden dead? Hello everyone, I am Zumie Fiasco, and today we are going to be talking about the unfortunate state of Red Dead Redemption 2 and how Rockstar Games can potentially save it if it's not already too late. Before we get started, how do you feel about Red Dead Redemption 2 right now? Do you know pretty much everything there is to know? Do you think there should be some new DLC already? Pause the video real quick and leave your comment down below, and then we can get started. Alright, thank you for leaving your comment. I can't wait to see what you have to say. Now, getting started, first thing I want to talk about is the main reason why everyone more than likely bought Red Dead Redemption 2 in the first place, the story mode. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the only game out there right now that can truly provide an immersive, Western-themed action-adventure game for us players to get lost in. With an amazingly well put together 50-hour main storyline, this game truly sets the bar high and we wouldn't expect anything less from Rockstar Games. There are about 94 story missions as well as 15 honor missions, which are separated in 6 chapters with a 2-part epilogue at the end of the game. There is so much to do in this game, it is ridiculous. This game is hands down a masterpiece. Now I could continue to talk about every amazing detail the game has to offer, but I would be here for a very long time, and I think you already know how great this game is if you've got your hands on it and experienced it yourself. There's just one thing though. What do you do after you've beaten the game? After completing the main story and the 2-part epilogue, you may find yourself in a weird spot. Part of you wants to continue on playing and searching every inch of the map for side missions or hidden secrets you may have missed on your journey, but the other part of you simply may not want to put in the time to do it, so you turn to the internet to get your fix. That is where YouTube, Reddit, and similar platforms come in. You find yourself watching videos about unsolved mysteries, hidden locations, side missions, or maybe even videos about hidden interactions between the Vanderlyn gang members you didn't know took place back at camp. After watching these videos, you may start the game up again to go and experience some of these things for yourself, or you might just keep experiencing extra things you missed through videos and posts on the internet. This is where things start to go downhill for Red Dead Redemption 2. Since the internet is the way it is now and we get almost all of our entertainment from it, there is no more incentive to play the game after completing the main story. Think about this. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been out for almost 4 months, not even half a year. Most players on average completed the Red Dead Redemption 2 main story within the first week of the game's release. It's safe to say that most people, including myself, were constantly on and off YouTube to get help with missions in the game or watch videos to find out secrets early on. However, that first week, the amount of people that were searching for Red Dead Redemption 2 started to drop fast. Since Red Dead Redemption 2's story mode was such a big hit in that first week, Rockstar really should have capitalized on it and made clear what their plans were going forward. Maybe they could have talked about potential DLC or something significant to keep everyone excited and on the edge of their seat. Unfortunately though, little was said following the first week, so momentum really started to lose its grip. This is especially true with the Battle Royale genre being in the spotlight right now. The chance to keep a game relevant then and even now is very competitive. Now luckily for Rockstar, there was a spike in numbers again due to Red Dead Online launching on November 27th of 2018. Red Dead Online is where everyone was looking to for a chance at something new to get them back into the game. With rumors of a Battle Royale coming to Red Dead Online, things started to get interesting again. People started to get hype and they were ready for what was to come. The Red Dead Online beta was still a bit messy though, filled with money glitches, XP farms, and gold bar exploits. The online economy was starting to tank as early as week 2. There were a few updates and patches released to try and counteract some of these issues, but for the most part, things were still pretty messy. Things were getting better and there were improvements, but Red Dead Online still needed work. Then came the update that everyone thought would get the game back on track, the Gun Rush update. The Gun Rush update went live on January 10th of the new year. This update did not only include Rockstar's take on Battle Royale, but it also improved some of the game mechanics on top of adding a few new missions and daily challenges for players to participate in. In the patch notes, there were even promises of new missions, dynamic events, new competitive modes, and new weapons alongside some new clothing coming to the game soon. Rockstar even mentioned that a lot more new things were coming to Red Dead Online later this year, but they were not quite ready to announce them just yet. Now, hearing this, you may think, well, that sounds great. The game is surely full of active players and the game can't be dead now, right? Well, you're right and wrong. Even though the update brought back a lot of players, Rockstar's take on Battle Royale, Gun Rush, was arguably a flop. The game mode is watered down and consistently the same each time you play with no randomness. Once you memorize loot spawns and chest locations, it just becomes repetitive from area to area, and it fails to capture the essence of a true Battle Royale. Gun Rush quickly became less popular after the first week of it being in the game. With it quickly dying down and the few missions added in the recent update being easy to complete, once again Red Dead Online became boring and the numbers show it. Fast forward to now and the game still hasn't been updated since the Gun Rush update. The only thing we know for sure is that Red Dead Online will be getting an update on Tuesday, February 26th. This update is reportedly going to be implementing a law and bounty system, weapon balancing, and changes to player blips on the minimap along with some other minor changes. This update seems to be intended to address griefers in Red Dead Online, along with trying to balance some of the guns that are a little overpowered. That's it though. In the midst of all that's been going on in gaming with Apex Legends' surprise launch, Fortnite granting the Season 8 Battle Pass for free to certain players, and even the recent launch of the Anthem beta, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not in the spotlight at all, not by a long shot. It desperately needs something big to breathe life into it again. As of right now, this very moment, Red Dead Redemption 2 is dead. Numbers don't lie. YouTubers like Outlaw Gary, Lord Kevin, and even myself are feeling the cold grip that death has on this game. People just simply aren't interested in content centered around it at this point. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is an amazing masterpiece for the individual experience, but when it comes to being relevant, it's tanking fast. There are still trending topics being milked dry that you might find entertaining, like unsolved mysteries or hidden Easter eggs in the game, but for the most part, everything is just a repeat of what you already know. The only way I see Rockstar saving this game is if they make an announcement confirming story mode DLC, or to confirm that a significant online update will be coming soon that includes something like bank heists. Rockstar can't pull another GTA Online. I really don't think it will work this time around. They need to do something and they need to do it fast, or else this game will completely die out before its first year anniversary is even reached. Alright, so there it is. That is my reasoning as to why Red Dead Redemption 2 is dead. What do you think of it? If you disagree with me and you do not think Red Dead Redemption 2 is dead and you think it's still full of life and good to go and there's still more to come, I would love to hear your reasoning as to why, because right now, I'm not impressed. I think the game is dying out and everything's been done in my opinion. Until they start making more stuff and releasing more things and updates online or potentially making story mode DLC, it's dry. Everything's dried up. There's nothing more to talk about. All of our mysteries are solved except for the few that aren't. And the ones that aren't, I think, are honestly just left open for future games or just for the sake of letting the player figure it out in their own mind, giving you decision of what you think happens. So essentially, the Easter eggs and things like that, I get it. I still see value in those things. But for the base game and Red Dead Online itself, it just feels dead to me. So I really want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you think will make this game relevant again. What do you think Rockstar needs to add into it to give it that extra push to get it back in the spotlight? Now, me personally, I want one of two things. One, I want a story mode DLC that allows me to still play as Arthur and doesn't make me play as John. And two, I want something significant added to Red Dead Online, like bank heists or train heists, something cool and fun to actually make the game worth grinding and playing with friends. I just really want something significant added that will make me want to jump back into this game head first. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure and leave a fat like rating down below. Also, if you are a new visitor or a returning one, be sure and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you all in the next one. Later.